All right. Hi, everybody. This is Dan Miller, President Miller Financial Group. I've got Marcus Taylor with me here, financial advisor and insurance planner here in our office. It's Friday, March 20th, and it's been a tough week. We all kind of know, it's been a tough week in the markets a little bit, and of course, just in our world with all the coronavirus and the COVID-19. And there's a lot of negative news flowing right now, and I guess we wanted to come to you today to kind of end the week with some good news, right, Marcus?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm thrilled to have Marcus here with me today. And so I'm going to have Marcus here share some good news.
Yeah. So we have seen some good things here, through all of the bad times. Those are a little bit easier to see in the news, but we've got some good things happening here recently. So, we've got, things like TV shows that do their medical type shows. They're donating supplies to, hospitals. We've got distilleries that are working on creating hand sanitizer, donating that or providing it at very low cost. And there's other things. Uber Eats, relatively new company that's donating their deliveries free of charge, with all of these restaurants being shut down, delivery only. Uber Eats has really stepped up to help out the American people there.
That's pretty awesome, really, when you think about that, because, yeah, they haven't been around very long. One of the other things that I saw was, I believe, they built a whole bunch of temporary hospitals over in China, in that area where the COVID-19 started. And now a lot of those are being shut down because they don't have the new cases to justify keeping them open. So that's good news. I mean, we don't know we know that there's probably going to be more cases that we're kind of on the front end of it here in the U.S., but it is good to see at the heart of where things started that, it's dropping off and they're beginning to somewhat be able to see an end in sight, which is helpful for us as well.
Right.
So any other good news you got there on your sheet, Marcus?
Well, one good thing, air pollution in some of these cities in China, with this quarantining efforts, really, we have seen a decrease in air pollution. So that's one benefit. I'm not sure that's quite as sustainable, but it's a nice temporary benefit that kind of the world is witnessing as well.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I think is some good news is that you're seeing the best in people come out. I mean, unfortunately, with the hoarding and some of that, we saw some of the worst in people come out a little bit. But in general, we saw some of the best, in people come out. So that's really good to see. Another thing that I wanted to touch on a little bit is, we know what's happened. The market's down. We're in a bear market territory right now. But we also know that when situations like this happen, there will also eventually be opportunities that will come out of this. And some of the things that we'll help our clients with and look at are things like tax loss harvesting. If you have a non-qualified account, there's going to be opportunities there. Also, Roth conversion analysis, in years whenever the balances are down, to avoid bigger required minimum distributions in the future, there may be opportunities for Roth conversions. And then the other thing that I guess I would want to mention to folks, our clients and others that are out there, is that you need to make sure that your allocations are still correct. With this whipsaw that we've seen in the marketplace, there's definitely going to be some adjustments that are going to need to be made there. So, I would encourage everybody to reach out to us, or if you don't have a financial advisor and you wonder about what's going on in your 401k plan with your allocations, feel free to reach out to us. So, Marcus, are there any other things that they ought to think about and look at reviewing?
Yeah, so now is a good time to consider, for our planning clients, those financial plans for income that we've already gone over and done. So, think about that. We've sort of put in an allocations for some volatility like this in those plans. So for those of you that have done that, we know that this is not really a planned event, but something we've accounted for. So if you've got a financial plan, now's a good time to review that, go over that, and think about sort of the planning we've done to date and how that helps you keep the course for this current, sort of crisis here, if you want to call it that. And if you don't have a plan and you're sort of unsure about how your future might be affected by these types of events, maybe it is time for you to consider doing some pretty in-depth financial planning, income planning, and things like that, along with your asset allocation. So, these are difficult times, but if you have a roadmap to help you get through those, that's sort of the main value of those financial plans that we do for our clients.
And that's exactly right. I always say that, when everything's going good, and, we're coming off of a period where we had a very strong market for quite a while in general, you really having a plan wasn't quite as key then. Where a financial plan really shines is whenever things are tough. I mean, whenever so our planning clients, I know one of the things that they feel really good about is that they know that we've looked at, the what if situations. And, what a financial plan does is, it lets you help control the things you can control, and then help you lessen the negative effects of the things you can't control, like, for example, times that we're going through right now. So, we know we've been going through some difficult times. So one of the things that I'd like to offer to our clients that is, and then others out there, that if you or you have a family member or a loved one or a coworker or somebody like that would like to just talk to somebody, one of the things we're offering right now is kind of a 20-minute complimentary phone call. We'd be happy to just answer any questions we can, and just, be an ear, for you to visit with. And again, no cost, no obligation, no charge of any kind. Like I said, just kind of a service. We feel like right now is the time that we've all got to come together. And we just feel like this is something that we want to do, that we want to offer, again, to folks out in the community, that if you have questions, or like I said, have a coworker, a friend, a family member that they feel very unsure, they're concerned about what's happening with their financial picture, have them give us a call or go online. I have an online calendar. Marcus has an online calendar, or David over in our Bellevue office, and schedule a time, just a 20-minute phone call or something like that. We'd be happy to visit with you. So, Marcus, anything else you want to add today?
Well, just I know that, these can be challenging times, a little bit difficult to think about and see what's going on in the market. But, like Dan said, we're here we're ears for you to talk to. So if you, need to talk about your situation, have concerns, sometimes it just takes a conversation, and we'll kind of talk about if any changes are necessary. But, really to date, things are starting to look positive. There's some changes as far as what we're doing in the world to combat this virus.
That's right. I think, I'm not saying that we're through the worst of it, because I think we're going to see, you're going to see more testing. You're going to see some more things. Unfortunately, we're going to hear negative things in the news. But, again, I think what we're beginning to see is the best in people come out. And, we're all in it together. And I want you, on behalf of Denise and I, the entire staff, know that we're here for you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Like I said, we care so much about our clients and our community members and all of our team members, like Marcus, that, we really want to be there for you. So whatever we can do for you, please reach out to us, and we look forward to visiting with you. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.